This is the desert. Well, a little piece of it. The desert is a dangerous place. There's not much food, and there's not much water. Sometimes people die here. The wind blows and changes the shape of the desert. It's never the same place twice, and so sometimes people can get lost. During the day, the sun beats down and burns the skin, so people wear heavy clothing in the desert. Sometimes the wind blows the sand and it stings the face and skin. People need protection from the cold at night in the desert. People don't go to the desert unless they absolutely have to. Here is Jerusalem. Here are the walls, and inside the wall is the temple. Here are the people of God. Now, the people of God knew that God would be present with them in the temple, but they had come to believe that this was the only place they could pray to God. The people also believed that these walls could protect them from anything. And then the Assyrians came. And they fought with the people. It was hard. Some people starved. Some people even died. But the Assyrians went away. But then the Babylonians came. And they did not go away. They tore down the walls. And they burned the temple, and they marched the people of God away from Jerusalem in chains. Only a few people remained in the city. The people would look back at Jerusalem, their burning city, and wonder if they would ever see it again. The people had to go to sleep when the soldiers said, and they had to get up when the soldiers said. They could only eat when the soldiers said. And they had to walk when the soldiers told them to. They could not go back to Jerusalem. They were in exile. The people had hung their harps on the weeping willow trees, and they sang sad songs. The people even began to turn toward Jerusalem when they said their prayers. But soon, they came to realize that when they would say their prayers together, that God was in this place too. Now, the king of Babylon let life go on somewhat normally when they were there. Some set up shops, and life went on. Everyone was surprised when the king of Persia came and took Babylon for himself. And that king let the people go back. Now, some of them returned to Jerusalem with the prophet Ezra. And this group began to rebuild the temple. Now, some returned with the prophet Nehemiah. And this group began to rebuild the city walls. But something strange happened. Not everyone returned from Babylon. Some decided to stay there because they were no longer in exile, because God is here too. So I wonder, what part of this story do you like the best? I wonder what is the most important part of this. I wonder what part is especially about you. I wonder what part of all of this we could take out and still have all the story that we need.